everyone. Thanks so much for joining us on After GMS. Hope you liked the musical interlude as we get you ready for a lot of people are not working today.
Yeah, a lot of people off today. Big travel day.
Yeah.
Kids are mostly out of school.
Out of school, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Denise was at the airport this morning, and at 5 a.m. there was a huge line of people checking in, ready to get to where they're going. Probably pretty smart to fly early if you can, or head out early today.
Avoid any weather concerns, if there are any.
Actually, I mean, not really today or tomorrow.
That's nice.
That's the nice thing about it. That's the nice thing about it. Take a live look over the Piedmont Triad right now, and I'm going to step over here because since Tracy mentioned the airport and flying, I'm going to throw one little thing into my forecast here, so bear with me. There we go. Now we'll load it up. Now take a look across the Piedmont right now. Nothing but totally Carolina blue sky, not even any clouds left. Those are cleared out this morning. Now let's talk about that. If you're flying somewhere this morning, I really guess, you know, it's true, early bird gets the worm. No major flight delays, all less than about 15 minutes across the south and east, and pretty much the same story on the eastern seaboard here. Things are fine, even with a little bit of rain down to our south and just off the coast. Meanwhile, looking across the country right now, pretty quiet weather. Makes for a pretty quiet morning of air travel. Now, of course, I expect this to change as we go throughout the day, but if you're traveling or have family and friends that are traveling, if they're on the early flights this morning, those should go without delay this morning. High pressure in control of our weather will keep us nice today. Will give us lots of sunshine. Will get us into the low, possibly even mid-60s this afternoon, and keep us dry as we go into your Thanksgiving day as well. But clouds will start to thicken up as we go into your Thursday evening, and then we're dealing with a little bit of rain that may put some bit of a damper on some of your shopping plans for Black Friday. Here's how it goes. Tomorrow is totally dry for Thanksgiving. By the time you get up on Friday morning, we'll likely have some light showers across the Piedmont Triad, and we'll deal with these scattered showers likely throughout a good portion of the day into the afternoon. But I'm very hopeful that by Friday evening, the trend is to start to move this out a little bit quicker. So Friday evening, while it may still be damp, you might not be dealing with falling rain for your Friday evening. And then another system heads our way to bring rain for your Saturday night into your Sunday. And the timing on that one's still a little bit unclear. So we'll iron out the details for you on that as we get closer. Meanwhile, again, biggest travel day of the year, but weather should be A-OK, where we got a lot of sunshine. We're into the mid-60s this afternoon, and that really is a nice day of weather and a far cry above where we have been over the last week. And it's actually a bit above normal again. We just kind of keep doing this swing up and down. There's your Thanksgiving holiday fine today, fine for Thursday. That rain chance creeps back in on your Friday, and then again for Saturday night and Sunday. After that, it looks like we will be dry for a few days. But take a look at the temperatures. We hover around what is pretty close to normal for us this time of the year. Average high is 58, and we run within just a few degrees of that over the next 7 days.
All right, so this is a fun conversation. It really is interactive. We want you all to respond. It's a fill in the blank. We ask, you respond. Here's a question. When I think of Thanksgiving, you think of blank. Okay, start formulating. I can see Ed's wheels are turning.
Yeah.
When you think of Thanksgiving, Ed, what do you think of?
When you read that, the first thing that popped into my mind was family. The second thing was food.
Yeah.
Family comes before food.
Right.
Even with me. That's incredible.
Yes. I'll add 2 more F's to that because I do believe family, food, faith,
Faith is a good one.
and
Yes.
fun.
Fun.
And fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Before,
Not that you have
is
to
that
stick
4?
with this
3, 4?
theme.
4.
Fellowship.
There you go. Keep going.
All right, Christian, find an F
I'm
word.
thinking my F word.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Sorry,
Wait, not that one.
that went in a different direction.
Black Friday?
Black
Friday.
Friday.
Flying. Frying.
Finances. Spending a lot of money.
yeah.
Right, that was a stretch.
That's a good one. No, actually, that's a good one.
Friendship.
Inflation is driving
Friendship.
those turkeys.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
These are all good.
Yes.
I think of grandma's house when I think of
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. I think of, yes, food. I think of, what was the other thing? I just
Your
wrote this
future.
out. My future. There's another app.
I know.
Yeah, I really think about grandma's house because that's where we used to go. We used to do Thanksgiving with my dad's side of the family, and my granny Morgan would always just cook, just an unbelievable amount.
Right.
And then since she and grandpa have passed away on that side, we now do usually Thanksgiving at my grandma on my mom's side.
Can I mention something that I've noticed about you two specifically is that you mention your grandmothers, like Grandma Matthews, Grandma Morgan. I just think that's so sweet how you put their last names onto, because mine were just Grandma. And even though I had multiple, you know, they were just still Grandma, you know. And I love that you're like, my Grandma Matthews. I mean, it makes me feel like I knew them, like I was blessed to be a part of the family.
Aww.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's nice.
And you would have been welcome at any Thanksgiving table we had, I can assure you.
Yeah, and just like Christian said, you know, Grandma's full of love and just awesome at cooking. You know, the best cooks in the world.
They really are.
Yeah, every time I try to replicate some of my grandmother's recipes, they just don't quite taste the same. But it's the effort and it's the nostalgia in trying to do that, which is important. When I think of Thanksgiving, I think of family, but I also think of family conversations in a relaxed environment. I feel like, not to knock on Christmas, but to some degree, the Thanksgiving meal is a little bit more relaxing because there's not the hustle and bustle of the present giving, of running around for some folks from house to house. It's just a really nice time to gather and reflect on your blessings. And it doesn't even have to be the actual day of Thanksgiving. It could be the day after, this weekend, whenever you have an opportunity to just come together.
I know this might sound really strange, but you know, in past Thanksgivings, I've always just wanted to cook by myself. I cook, like put everybody out of the kitchen. I'm just like, let me just get this done. But because of like the recent events in our world, in our country lately, I feel like I'm gonna go about Thanksgiving a lot different. I'm going to say, you know, Simone, if you want to cook with me, cook with me. Because you just don't know when you're going to have those moments to do that. Sorry. So, you know, it might take a little bit longer to get Thanksgiving dinner out on the table this year, but I'm not going to take advantage of any other moments in my life.
You're a loving mom. And it's what's most important, spending those moments with your kids.
Absolutely. And that was not supposed to happen. So, okay, let's change the subject. Go.
Well, and you know, I will add to that. I mean, you know, around the Thanksgiving holidays, and I've already prayed about this, just to be so grateful for our blessings and what we have, because not everybody has. I just had a friend up in New York that lost her job, and she's trying to figure out, how am I going to pay my bills? You know, and so just so many blessings. And it shouldn't just be around Thanksgiving. It should be every day you pray, thank you, God, for the blessings that you have given me for this day. I always say more than I deserve, because it really is. I think God blesses me more than what I deserve.
And I always say, you know, a lot of times people say, you know, how are you doing today? I got up and put my feet on the floor. You know, God allowed me another day to be here, and so I'm going to use that and take the opportunity.
Lots to be thankful for. Let's see what people are saying on the feed. Let's see. Carol Harris said Thanksgiving was her dad's and her brother's favorite holiday. She said she misses them so much. Let's see. We had... there's a lot of talk about stuffing and football.
That's the F we forgot, football.
Yes, I forgot about How did we forget that word?
Know.
Yes, Bobby says, I think of food, football, and giving to the less fortunate. Every Thanksgiving, I'll give some food to someone who doesn't have anyone or any food. That's very kind. Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to catch up. Did you see one? Tamrika had one. I can read it here. It says, when I think of Thanksgiving, I think of family and giving thanks for all I do have, because a lot, she says, people don't have a lot. So great to give thanks.
Our Brian brought up fellowship. I thought of another word that starts with the F theme. It's floats, because of the parades that are happening.
Floats.
You know
Big
what?
Macy's Day Parade coming up. Looking forward to that.
Some awesome balloons we saw this year. A big baby shark. I'm sure that'll be the talk of all the kids watching the parade.
I'll be watching for sure.
Yes. All right, great conversation. Whatever you're doing this Thanksgiving, whatever you are feeling blessed with, we thank you for sharing that with us.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get to some morning headlines this morning. It is the day before Thanksgiving, also known by law enforcement as Blackout Wednesday. That refers to binge drinking, unfortunately. The organization Talk It Out and See is a group through the North Carolina Alcohol Beverage Commission, with more drivers on the road today and more teenagers home from school, perhaps from college. This group really encourages parents to talk to their children about the challenges of alcohol use. Talk It Out and See encourages parents and children to sign a pledge to say they won't use alcohol under the age of 21. The pledge makes ongoing conversations part of the regular routine.
4.5 million people are taking to the airways for Thanksgiving, and we want to make sure you know what you can and cannot bring through TSA security checkpoints. I'm sure there's a lot on that list, but we're specifically talking about Thanksgiving food. So turkeys, believe it or not, they are allowed, but they have to be frozen. If the turkey is starting to thaw out, then you might not be able to take it with you, and you'll have to leave it at the checkpoint, and they'll throw it away, so that's a waste. Other things you can bring through the TSA checkpoints: baked goods, other meats, as long as those meats are frozen. You can bring solid fruits and veggies. That's fine to bring as well.
As the holidays continue approaching, federal health leaders announced a 6-week sprint to get as many people as possible their COVID-19 booster shots. The White House says 35 million people have received the updated shots. 16 million who fall in that category are seniors. The vaccination effort comes as the country deals with high levels of the flu and RSV. The White House also revealed an additional $350 million for local health centers to get more high-risk people vaccinated.
Millions of people are at the airport wanting to meet up with loved ones this Thanksgiving. Before you agree to bring them some food from the table, let's check in with WFMY News 2's Itinese McMiller. She has some thoughts on that.
Although things are calm here at PTI right now, officials tell me that this is their busiest travel day. They expect to have peaks up until about 10 a.m. this morning. And although PTI is a small airport, this is a busy and hectic travel day. 4.5 million Americans plan to fly to their loved ones this holiday for Thanksgiving. That's up 8% from last year. And with so many people hitting the airways, TSA suggests folks get to the airport 2 hours early. TSA says there could be some backups, but they don't anticipate security checks to take any longer than they typically do.
And those standards are 30 minutes or less in standard screening lanes and 15 minutes or less in TSA pre-check lanes. So we're going to have all of those lanes staffed accordingly based off of the peaks, which kind of shift. So like I said, Wednesday and Sunday are going to be the busiest days. But in most airports, between 5 and 10 a.m. are your busiest times of the day.
And some people are choosing a less expensive alternative to get to loved ones. With falling gas prices ahead of Thanksgiving, AAA predicts 9 out of 10 travelers will hit the roadways. And even our local Sheetz gas stations are selling regular gas for just $1.99 this week. But some people we spoke with say it's not enough for them to take any trips.
Cost of gas. We ain't gonna travel anywhere, but cost of gas and stuff like that, we decided we'd stay home for the holidays.
Now back here at PTI, TSA says that now that we are getting into the busy holiday travel season, they are going to start to see more folks bring in gifts. They recommend that folks wait to wrap their gifts until they get to their destination, because if those items tip off their alarm systems, they will have to unwrap those presents.
All right, final look at that 7-day forecast. A beautiful day today. Plenty of sunshine. How about some low and mid 60s? A little bit above our normal of 58. Thanksgiving Day, nice day. Sun and clouds back up near 60. We'll bring in some rain Friday morning, and it'll be wet for the better part of the day. It should be out on Friday evening. A little break during the day on Saturday, upper 50s. But a second system will move into the area and bring some rain for Saturday night and for the first half of the day on Sunday. We dry things out, and early next week looking really good. And it's going to feel pretty good as well. There's no really cold air headed our way. Seasonal temperatures about normal for this time of year. And at 63, 65 today, a little bit above and a little bit above on Sunday. And I like it.
And you don't necessarily have to put away your winter coat,
right?
But you're not going to take out your spring one. But it should be nice. It'll be seasonable.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. All right. Well, we hope you have a happy Thanksgiving if you're heading out. If not, we will be here on the air tomorrow, and we will see you in an hour from now for the Good Morning Show at 9.
14th.
Take care, everybody. Have a great
Thanksgiving.
day.